Did you start? Have you quote? Wait though. Is this second one? And now today's discussion, thank you very much for joining back. So today's discussion is for business owners, HRO professional, and then for expatriates and anyone looking to understand how to navigate immigration, compliances, travel, and business support Nigerian. So in immigration services, immigration is more than obtaining visas. So for immigration services, it's we render a lot of services for immigration related, e-sepac, e-visa, your business registrations, and all those stuff. For e-sepac, so e-sepac is just more of the applications and for the renewal. So e-sepac is a work permit where an expatriate gets to apply for those that wants to work here in Nigerians for 1 year period of time. So it's called ESEPAC, which is the Electronic Combined Expatriates Resident Permit and Alliance Cards. So this is the green card they issue to them enable them to work here in Nigeria for the period of 1 year. So for the immigration service here in Donias, we render for them it's to apply and then renewal for those that wants to do regulation for those yes for renewal people and then regulation. And then for expatriate quota, we also do application for expatriate quota for which for all companies that wants to that's expecting foreigners to work in their companies. Yeah, so you need an expatriate quota that is approved by the government. Expatriate quota is an official document approved by government to enable foreigners work in your companies. So these are the positions you assign to them. For with that position, they get ISEPAC. So with this application here in Donians, we help with that. So we help with the renewal, addition, and then approval for each of the quota positions you're applying for in your portal. And then for business permits, we also apply for business permits. So for foreigners that wants to work in Nigerians or own a business in Nigeria is expected to have a business permit. So without a business permit, you cannot operate in Nigeria. Business permit is required. So with Donians, we are eligible to give you the step by step on all this process to get all your documents intact. And then for citizenship and business department portal. So with the new system now, Ministry of Interior introduced a portal where everything related to expatriates is being there. That's the citizenship and business department portal. So with that portal, you get to apply for expatriate quota. Yes. So with that portal, you get to apply for expatriate. Everything related to your company, related to expatriates, it's on that portal. So you need to own an account with them in which some required documents are required to open an account in the citizenship and business department portal. Because during the old system, they buy most of these quota are done paper worldwide. So you pay to the bank, remitter receipt is given to you and then you get your quota. But now with the updated system, everything is online. Whereas you have to own an account in the citizenship and business department portal. So with that portal, you get to have your quota positions. Once it's approved, then your ESEPAC applies where with that positions they get to apply for their ESEPAC, which is the work permit, 1 year work permit in Nigeria. And then immigration documentations and advisory services. Yes, we help with documentations. All your documents will be intact with us, and then advise you on step by step procedure you should take after getting ISEPAC. Because after getting ISEPAC, it doesn't end there. You need to keep filing for those quota positions that you got the approval for. And then one mistake many company make is waiting until their permit expires before taking action, which is very bad. Late renewal leads to penalty, delay, and disruption to business operations. Our goal is to ensure that every application is proceed correct and on time. So having an immigration consultant like using Donias, we help with keeping you in track with your documents, tell you when it's expiring. You get to apply before it expires because late entry, late applying, late renewal actually comes with penalty. So delay comes with penalty. So we don't want you to face those penalties because it's result to extra charges in any applications you're applying for. Then for the second one, we actually help with immigration compliances where we make sure your tax compliances are up to date, your monthly filing are up to date, and then your CAC annual return, audit reports are up to date. Then for the compliances is one of the most important responsibility for every company employing expatriates. So many businesses are unaware that obtaining an expatriate quota is only the beginning. Company must continue to meet immigration obligations, including monthly filing. So monthly filing is actually important because without filing for this your monthly quota returns, government will not know which of these positions are utilized and non-utilized. So filing for your monthly quota return when you get the approval is very important. Every month you file, just like subscribing to that positions or maintaining the positions monthly till when it expires. So whoever that comes into any of the positions, you make sure you reach out to whoever is in charge of filing your monthly quota return. Like these are the new people that we employed. They get to put in the informations for immigration to know who and who are working in your company. And then we have renewal of expatriate quota before expiring. These are very important. You get to renew your quota position before it expires because it has extra charges. The penalty is much. So for you to avoid that, you need to apply immediately your expatriate quota is expiring. And then we have ensuring expatriates hold valid immigration documents. Here in Donias, will make sure all your documents are up to date so you don't fall into immigration penalty or immigration rules and regulations that's abiding them. Then reporting changes in expatriate status to the appropriate authorities. So for those that is in charge of your monthly quota return, once you have new employees, especially the expatriates you're expecting, and they fill in into any of those empty positions, you need to report to whoever that is handling your monthly quota returns to put in those informations for signing at the immigrations office. So for the compliances, we also help with TCC. TCC, I mean, is the corporate TCC, corporate tax clearance certificates that is paid monthly because it's for your company taxes. All companies are expected to pay taxes, especially the foreign companies. Taxes is important. And then payee for all expatriates that has a company in Nigerians, your payee, your employee needs to be paying taxes. That's what they call paying. And then you as an expatriate, you need to be remitting tax to the government because these documents are also important for compliances. And then for ITF, NSITF is also important because for ITF is an industrial training fund where they remove 1% of each everybody's salary to the government. So that's where ITF industrial training is coming from. So that document is actually important for compliances. And then for your audited account, audited report is also important. At the end, that's audited account is being done for every ending of the year. You get to know the profit and loss of your company. If your company is losing or losing, audited account is actually part of compliances. And then for CAC annual filing is also important. You get to this filing is done yearly. TCC is done monthly. CAC annual return is done annually. So these are the important compliances that is needed to be done in your companies. And then For business registration, we also help with that. You as a foreigner, you want to own a business in Nigeria and you don't know your whereabouts to go about it. You can actually use us as your number one consultant to help you achieve your goals from starting to finishing. So for travel and tourism services, we actually do e-visa, ticketing, hotel reservations, we do education tourism, we do medical tourism, of all the whole, even visiting tourism, we do all of those. So for visa assistance, we actually help with everything related to visaing. You as a foreigner, you want to come into Nigeria with a very friendly prices. Here at Donias Consultant, we assist with visa applications. We also help with flight booking, which is your ticketing at a very cheaper rates. And then we also help with hotel reservations. You want to come to Nigerians, you don't know your left and right. Maybe you're coming for business purpose and you don't know how to go about it. Use us as your consultant, and then our service will tell for you. And then for travel insurance, holiday packages, business travel support. For business, we do e-visa for businesses, multiple entries, single entries, TWP, depending on the visa that you want to apply for. Donians, we help with the services. So we also guide travelers to the required documents and current travel requirements, helping to reduce the risks of travel refusal or travel delay. Actually, why you need us as your consultants, because most people actually face these challenges of applying for visa and then it gets denied, or their visa gets delayed. So using the right source, using the right services, the right consultant will determine how soon and how fast free your application should come in. And then for the HR services, human resources is one of the foundation of every successful businesses. We support organizations by providing recruitment and talent sources. We help employee onboarding. We help with HR documents, performance management support, payroll advisory, and HR consulting. So for the recruitment, we actually help company recruit professional staffs for their company. That is for our HR. In Donians, we do most, like in Donians, I've already mentioned about three things we do in Donians: immigration services, compliance, immigration compliances, travel tourism, and then the fourth one is the HR services. HR services will help with recruiting professional staff for your company. When you partner with us, we send out our proposal to you. If you're okay with what is written there, then we sign an MOU of agreements. We give you a professional employee that will serve you to the very end of your clinical. Sorry. And then for the IT services, so we help technology. Technology has become essential for every modern businesses. Our IT service help organization improve efficiencies through web development, business automations, software solutions, digital marketing, IT support, and cyber security solutions. So businesses that embrace technologies are able to serve customer faster, reduce manual errors, and grow more efficiently. So for these IT services, we have so many software that we use for company worldwide. We have, like example, our Zoho. Zoho helps you to control your finances in your company, help you manage your staff, help with office related, more as communicating more with your staff and worldwide. So for Veto Finances is for businesses that wants to do international payments, foreign exchange. Challenges can affect operations actually. So Veto Finance provide businesses with a smarter way to manage cross-border payments. With Veto Finance business, Veto Finances can, number one, send and receive international payments, access multiple currency accounts, enjoy competitive exchange rates, reduce transactions costs, complete international transaction more efficiently. So for this Veto clockwise, so Veto is actually an app that helps with converting currencies from another currency. So it has about 41 currency in it, whereas there are converting is very competitive and it's friendly. So we have most of this app that you want to convert USD to Nigerian naira, and the convert rate is more high. So with Veto's conversion is little. So hopefully you try them, and then you observe with the current currency conversion. So we have So for the other businesses support, we help with business owner, we help with CAC company registration, tax consulting, tax clearance certificate processing, NAFDAC registration, business consulting, government documentations, study abroad advisory, business expansion success support. So our mission is to provide company support under one roof. So with Donians, we help solve solutions, we help solve problems from your immigration to compliances to your travel tourism to HR services to your IT services and to finances. So with Donians, you can find everything in one place. Whatever services you need from us, we have professionals that is ready to handle your documents effectively. So with these few points of mine, so I'm sure that with what I've mentioned, that I'm able to list out all the services we render here in Donians. Number one I mentioned was immigration services, compliances, keeping all your compliances up to date so you don't fall into penalty or extra charges for not meeting up to date with your documents, or for those that are renewing their expatriate quota, you need to renew immediately it gets expired just so you don't pay for penalty and extra charges. And then for travel tourism, we help with your e-visa processing, we help with your hotel reservations, we help with your travel arrangements and all worldwide. And then for your HR services, we help recruit professional staffs. So for an expatriate that wants to look for job in Nigerians, we actually help with that. So if you're interested with working here in Nigeria, you can actually reach out to us in our DM or follow us on our social media or drop a message, and then we'll reach out and know more about what we do. So as we conclude today's section, remember that compliance is not just about providing penalty, it's about protecting your business, building credibility, and creating opportunity for growth. Whether you need immigration support, travel services, HR solution, IT services, finance solution through Veto Finances, or business consulting, Donia's Mega Link is here to help. We are here to help you. So I'll say thank you very much for watching our live stream today. And always reach out to all our social media. Or if you have any questions regarding what I've said about junior services, you can actually drop it down in the comment section. I'll be waiting to read your comments. And also, don't forget to follow all our social media handles. We are just one step away from your DM. Especially, I usually get questions about education tourism. So we have most of our students that want to study abroad. Donians is actually into it. We can help you with your education study abroad. Reach out to us, and then you get to know more about what we are able to render. And then for work permits, work visa, those that wants to study or maybe wants to work outside the country, don't hesitate to click on the follow button and then send us a DM regarding what services you want from us. And we have professionals that are reliable to respond and reply to your questions. I'll be in the comment section to respond to all questions. And I'll say thank you very much for watching my live stream, and thank you for having me today. So do well to follow our social media handle. Our WhatsApp number is in our page. So WhatsApp us in the number displayed on your screen. Thank you very much. I still remain Roots, Head of Customer Care Service Representative at Donias Global Consultants. Thank you, and I'll see you in my next live video. So, like I said earlier, don't forget to follow us in all our social media handle. And if you want to reach out to me, if you want to reach out to me on WhatsApp, this is my WhatsApp number: 081 2. Or you can actually go into our page. My number is displayed there. So follow us in all our social media handle, and you can actually reach or search us in our website at www.donias.com.ng. And we are also on LinkedIn, Facebook, and TikTok. We're also in Instagram. So I'll meet you there.